I'm going to tell you a story, my friends. This story that I'm going to share comes from a piece before my time and how it influenced my family's life to bring me into this room with you today. Statistically wise, I shouldn't be here with you. There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong in my life, and they should have. For some reason, Creator allowed me to be in this room with you today. And so my goal is to help you with a story that you will see yourself in. Growing up, I'm the eldest out of 4 siblings. I have 3 younger sisters, myself, Kendra, Farah, Marisha. And ever since I was a child, my mom did the best she could with what she had, the resources that were put in front of her, which weren't abundant. Growing up until 0 to 6, my mom, my dad were raising the 4 of us. But something happened when I hit kindergarten. When I hit kindergarten, my life got shaken up for the first time. So I want you to think about what was happening in your childhood. Where we are today, how we problem solve, how we speak, how we acknowledge each other, how we respect each other in the room and outside on the street, a lot of those roots come back to our childhood. Somewhere in there, we were taught things. And if we don't like the results that we produce today, we have to go back to those roots. Something was planted there. So I'll give you an example. I am a proud TD bank card holder, okay? I'm not saying that to suck up or that I'm here, but just to prove it, I don't know if I have my wallet by me. I better not show the numbers, hey? But I got my personal and my business visa, and I don't include the other bank cards that I have as well. The reason I say that is many years ago, I had a difficult mindset when it came to money. I had a difficult mindset when it came to saving, when it came to investing and so on. And that came from somewhere. There was a root that was planted many years ago, and that root came from my childhood. Watching struggle, watching people just live day to day, living in fight or flight mode. One day in particular, from my childhood, witnessing a lot of turmoil, violence was normal, addictions was normal, witnessing that amongst family members. My mom decided that enough was enough. And she made a decision that impacted myself, my 3 younger sisters. One day, it was a hot summer day on the res. And there was a truck that pulled up down the gravel road all the way down to our little house that we had. I got dropped off at the end of the driveway, walking towards my house. We never had a vehicle. So the first time I noticed there's a vehicle parked in front of our house, and I noticed that my sisters were getting in the back seat. Kendra, Farah, Marisha. I'm starting to get curious now. Kindergarten had just finished. It was a hot summer day. I was making my way down there. And suddenly I noticed something that was different. My mother was grabbing garbage bags, boxes, putting them in the back of that truck. She was in a rush. She was panicking. So I get more curious. I start picking up my pace, getting faster, closer, closer, closer. As I was closing in, I noticed my sister Kendra, Farah, Marisha getting in the back seat of the truck. So I finally get to the house. And I said to my mom, I said, "Mom, what are you doing?" My mom looked at me. She said, "Son, go inside, pack up your bag. We're going to go somewhere. Hurry up, be quick." So I was excited because the only time we left the res was for a medical appointment, medical taxi from the reserve off the reserve. A lot of our First Nations people still live like this to this day. They go to gateway cities like could be Sudbury, Thunder Bay, Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, Edmonton, Winnipeg. A lot of them are flying communities coming from long distances to get their medical appointments done, dental work. So that was the only time I would leave the res to get in the medical taxi and off. So that's what I thought it was, a medical taxi. We're going to leave for a couple days. So I was excited deep down. I get into my house. I'm packing up my most prized possession of the 90s show, the Ninja Turtles. So I'm putting my toys in there, zipped up my bag. I went outside, threw it in the back of the truck. I jumped in the back seat, and off I went to that city, Prince Albert. And I was excited, especially for this day, because I thought we were going to go to everyone's favorite store, Walmart. And off we went. And I remember seeing Walmart in the distance. It's like, geez, we didn't get a chance to go to Walmart. We get into this room, there's fluorescent lights on the ceiling. There's a bed on the floor here, a bed on the floor here. So we put all of our belongings in there, and the 5 of us slept there. And we called that home for the next few days. 2 days later, we go to a different room, different place, different city. And after a while, you start wondering as a kid, when am I going home? And then you start worrying about your parents. I'm with mom, but I wonder how my dad's doing. That was the last time I lived with dad.